Well, I know Calypso for over 100 years, but when I start hearing Calypso and can remember them is in the early 80s. They started with what was called the romance.
Oh.
The French people call it romance. And this is one of the old romance. L'année passée, moi t'ai en fi la case maman moi. L'année ça là, moi c'est on jala sous la vie. Jala hale kau moi ke bao, jala siye kau moi ke bao. Jala hale kau moi ke bao kusaki bon. But there was an older carousel at the capitulation. You like it to be sung?
Yes.
Patois. Go pour pas passer by bataille. Soldats anglais entrés prendre la belle Trinité. Si mieux ou courir, quand yon go capon, avant ou mourir, quand yon go couillon. Allez chercher crabe, manicou pour faire calalo. Allez chercher crabe, manicou pour faire calalo. The first minor is, it is in Re minor. Lila Portige, that is 84. Lila Portige, dis-moi la vérité, si maman c'est un babadien. Then later on they came and they sang another song, which was the road march then for the night. Bonsoir, dame, moi calé dodo. Bonsoir, dame, moi calé dodo. Bonsoir, dame, moi calé dodo, la case maman moi. That is goodbye. Friends are going to bed. Carnival gone then. They're going to sleep at their mother's home. Then they came now and they had what was called a peacock, one singing against the other. And the first peacock was against a band called Mani Daya. The queen of the band was known as Duki Ile. Calypso go like that. Moi mais Duki Ile, moi content Jalma Ila, moi content Duki Ile, parce que moi Tanika Davradu. Then in early 90s, one Mr. Colby came here and gave an exhibition by going up in a balloon.
Oh.
And they sang this. That was one of the themes for the carnival. Monsieur Colby, qui te vle badine nous. Monsieur Colby, qui te vle badine nous. Ballon monte, ballon descend, ballon tombe anglo. Ballon monte, ballon descend, ballon tombe anglo. Then there was an attempt at English Calypso early in the early days by one Leblanc. That attempt was made, but this was the Calypso the song. Oh, not a cent, not a cent, not a cent to buy rice. Oh, not a cent, not a cent, not a cent to buy rice. When the Barbadian they come from the country, they think nobody like them. When the Barbadian they come from the country, they think nobody like them. Then they had a major. Which one? Not so many of them. See, you sing one of them. Aïe, 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 Paulina, ça m'a jamais fait. That is Saul. Aïe, 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 Paulina, ça m'a jamais fait. Maman mort, l'hôpital, au pas porté, yon ti débalé. Maman mort, l'hôpital, au pas porté, yon ti débalé. Then we had a band called White Rose, the band that improved Carnival, was the mascot in the band. They are the one that improved the Carnival.
What was the mascot?
I was a mascot, just into the same costume as the band for the Sunday, what is called Rose Sunday.
Yeah.
And we had another Leblanc, this one was Norman Leblanc, known as Richard Coeur de Lion, Richard the Lionheart. He brought the English Calypso and it stayed from that time. That is when Joningham take away the charter from the borough council. Joiningham, the governor, it's a fastness into you, it's a rudeness into you to break up the laws of borough council. Then when they had, in 97, the Diamond Jubilee of the Queen, they brought a fireworks display here. The first time the people saw this large fireworks display. And they had the whistling rockets. With the whistling rockets, they make the Calypso when they heard it. It was just before the Carnival. Invention béquet anglais, invention béquet anglais, fouisez yo, voyez en l'air, car souffler contre une des eaux. Invention of the white people, the English people, invention of the English people. Skyrocket, they fired in the air, whistle like the train. You know. But don't sound sweet in English, the length of the lines in English is too long, too short.
Oh.
Now, they had now the improvement of Carnival. In that very year, White Rose played with costume. Beautiful, all in prince and queen and king in state costume. That a competition was given by Papa Bodie in Marines in Broadway. And going down to the competition, he sang this, a La minor, double La minor. But at that time, they were singing patois and English double. I'll sing the patois in English first. Patois and English were by Senior Inventor, one of the leading songsters of those days. Goes like that. 1898, what I wanted is what I see. 1898, what I wanted is what I see. What I wanted, Albert Holder, yon Jean Creole Pela. What I wanted, Albert Holder, yon Jean Creole Pela. And White was going down to the competition now. Pharaoh, on the way, sang, Pharaoh bend the ankle on them, is to blow them down, is to break them down. Pharaoh bend the ankle on them, is to blow them down, to break them down. And the bayonet charged by the command of Iron Duke. Mardi Carnival and the bayonet charged by the command of Iron Duke. When they reached near the competition now, Iron Duke started to sing, which was the leading song they sang. Anno Domini 1900 Carnival. Anno Domini 1900 Carnival. White Rose do re come, let us march to Diga si polka, puanterio. White Rose do re come, let us march to Diga si polka, puanterio. I can explain to you after because you're recording it. I can better explain to you after. Yeah. Now, White Rose won the competition, and the following year, you had more bands playing in costume with beautiful painted banners as those that they use in religious processions. Pretty as Carnival and today, but we didn't have the amount of people playing. In that year, we had one of the greatest masters who came out as a young boy called the Duke of Marlborough. His maiden Calypso was Sing Gloria that I'm in. Sing Gloria that I'm in. For I'm the infallible Adela, the Duke of Marlborough. For I'm the infallible Adela, the Duke of Marlborough. I'm the mighty. They used to end some of the Calypso in patois. Now, 3 years they played with band and beautiful costume. That is where Carnival will go down now. But the ministers of religion got themselves together and criticized the banners. They say it more suit to religious processions and so on. And the bands the following year resigned, and Carnival went down to jacket, to shirt and pants mask, no costume. Calypso went away, or the songsters resigned, and Calypso went away, and they start playing the stick bands again. But that was an old thing already. But after the improvement, everything went nicely. And the stick band used to sing Calendar. was they take now and make road march. Most of the road march they take now is from the old time calendar. Prisonnier levé, mettez lumière by Congo Bara, mettez lumière by Congo Bara, mettez lumière by vagabond là. Prisonnier levé, mettez lumière by Congo Bara. That was one of the calendar. Another one was Zingé. Talala, enfants, sa maman malheureux, enfants, sa maman malheureux, enfants qui ni papa bien aimé, Zingé. Talala, enfants, sa maman malheureux. Entamate maon dans les âmes, manger mes rôtis comme les branches, Zingé. Talala, enfants, sa maman malheureux. then you had in the war days, every band, you would like to have 2 or 3 bands what they sang in the war days. During the Boer War, White Show sang, "Come one and all, come and hear this general record. Come one and all, come and hear this general record. Come and hear the record of General Sabulla in South Africa. Come and hear the record of General Sabulla in South Africa." Then Brigade sang, "Brilliant and circly the laws of honor and glory. Britain circly the laws of honor and glory, and confound the tyrannical laws of the Transvaal. And confound the tyrannical laws of the Transvaal in South Africa." Then invent a song, "See them climbing the hill, see them climbing Majuba Hill. See them climbing the hill, see them climbing Majuba Hill. See them climbing the hill to gain the victory on Carnival Day. See them climbing the hill to gain the victory in South Africa." Now you would like to know when Carnival improved, came back to a costume. In 1906, we decided to bring back Carnival. And in that year, I and Scamaroni opened a band called Khaki and Slate. That was a devil band with large wings, better than what we had today. With spring wings, had the imps, Lucifer, the dragon as another costume taken from a book called Dante Inferno. And we played that year. The following year, I left Khaki and Slate and I opened Red Dragon, which is the one playing up to now. And the following year, I went and opened one called Demon Night, which is the greatest of all the devil bands. Carnival started on the improve. Then we brought in the clown bands, clown and bat. That was beautiful costume. I would like to see that again. But we'll try to bring it back next year. Clown and bat band. The most noted was the band called Mystery. Colors was purple and gold. The rival was Mavis, black and old gold.
What was the rival?
The rival to Mystery was Mavis, M-A-V-I-S. At that time, the Calypso was nothing. It was obscene. The songsters had resigned through the trouble with the ministers of religion. No Carnival went down. And in 1918, Carnival was on the improve. At that time, one of the old singer, Lord Executor, was still singing. And he sang his Travelers. Far, Mi minor. Far, far away they heard me at the break of day. Far, far away they heard me at the break of day. I'll press on my journey to the end of destiny at the break of day. I'll press on my journey to the end of destiny on the break of day. Then I sang, "War, war, war, Saul. We are glad we will fight no more. War, war, war. We are glad we will fight no more. Now the war is over, we'll sing Rule Britannia on Carnival. Now the war is over, we'll sing Rule Britannia on Carnival Day." Then I had one of the verses was, "The Kaiser in his mad complaint have wrecked the city of Louvain. He brought on this world to bear the cruel weapons of modern warfare with poisonous gas." And then you had an old Mi minor when some people got drowned in one of these lighters going to La Brea. Mothers and fathers have lost their own, and by God's blessing they all must mourn. Mothers and fathers have lost their own, and by God's blessing they all must mourn. See how easy happened to be those who have lost their lives in the sea. By God blessing, I'm happy in paradise, as a Latin. Well, we sang that. Then we had what was called the war. That night, I and Executor, the Battle of Wits. In that, if you sing, you have all the musicians, two sets of musicians, and one is preparing, because there's non-stop. Sometimes you sing the whole night, and you mustn't repeat yourself twice. And you have to sing impromptu and not have to reply. Well, that night I sang my first war chorus. They call me name, not in vain, not in vain, not in vain. They call me name, not in vain, not in vain, not in vain, for the style Minister of Education over all Calypsonian. Not in vain, for the style Minister of Education over all Calypsonian in this colony. In the extension of this rebellion, you hear the cries of assassination, the extermination of nation by the sudden will feeble expostulation. When babes cling to their mother's breast, the angel of heaven will confess, for I'm the terror of the land and I'll have no compassion. Then Executor reply, then I reply to him now, before the tribunal by your stand, before the Lord Chief Justice of Ireland, for your treasonous and treacherous threat, wretch, on the cross of crucifixion you'll be outstretched. The jurors give their verdict unanimously, guilty take your stand in eternity, and die ignominiously for your low propensity. Then Executor sang, the dream in God called Morpheus taught me to reign and be glorious. When sleep expire, my senses in Belladonna, Singura, I want no astronomers to such a stars, as the power, the protector, distinguished Mars, the guardian planet of love, and the goddess Diana. Then a song of us direct on him now. You, the Lord Executor, tonight you have to surrender. Your verses are congested with phrases that are meaningless. Your sentences are worthless and grammarless. Now you are condemned. I will spread the news, for the English language you now abuse. Bad teaching and training have you lamenting. And I sang this one. To lament is too late, for my laws now you violate. You may try the starry regions to make your home. You'll tumble in space and left alone. Useless you take a trip to the moon. Not if you re-enter your mother's womb, you can't escape. A barricade the gate, so you're bound to supplicate. I had no hiding place. The first political carousel, I sang the first political carousel. Oh, yes. 1920. Class legislation is the order of this land. We are ruled with the iron hand. Class legislation is the order of the land. We are ruled with the iron hand. Britain boasts of equality, brotherly love and fraternity. But British colored subject must mean perpetual misery in this colony. The Guardian wrote an editorial saying that should be charged for sedition. Then the second political carousel was when the Labour Party got into power the first time. A song. The political fight have changed the La minor. Political fight have changed the constitution and give us our right. The political fight have changed the constitution and gave us our right. MacDonald cabinet now is made. Parliament dissolved, Labour on parade, for in Parliament we have the Labour government. Then the first, members and listeners of this society, listen to the history of the Labour Party, the brotherhood of humanity, advocating the cause for democracy, instituted by Harding in Great Britain for the good of mankind. You understand, he is dead and gone, but his work now stands in Parliament. When Baldwin started his protection campaign, he was stormed by Liberals and Labour like a hurricane. He could not stand, he could not resist the opposition of the oppositionists. Parliament dissolved to come back again. Baldwin again failed to withstand the strain, for in Parliament we have the Labour government. Then on New Americans now, had one. War may come as Yankee knows, still these blue waves will ever flow. War may come as the Yankee knows, still these blue waves will ever flow, and sing or murmur as they rise, the beauty of West Indian skies. Strangers rarely testified, this is a charming paradise. A cloudless sky, a western breeze, the azure blue of the tropic seas, a well-kept deck, a passing ship, a rainbow in the distant dips, a shore a stately palm tree swings, to music of a sea that sings. Strangers rarely testified, this is a charming paradise. In entering the gulf, a mystic scene, strike the sight in rich emerald green. It is the beautiful mountain of Until, Caroni Mangrove Grove and Maraval Hill. Then in gentle accent, soft and low, you hear the songs of Creoles as it flows. Strangers rarely testified, this is a charming paradise. Oh, the same waves in days long past sail pirate ships with crooked masts. Another such a day as now saw Nelson's fleet these waters plow. Columbus here his sails unfurl to find another world. Strangers rarely testified, this is a charming paradise. More verses. Then I'll give you one. One was made lately after this one, but I didn't sing it. That one is saying how Christmas was long ago. Can you remember the happy days we spent in celebrating this great event? Can you remember the happy days we spent in celebrating this great event? The Christmas will then like long ago, with all the merriments and joy, you know, bringing peace to the young and old, and happiness as in the days of old. What was the carol? Bon, 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 la coïncidence. C'est bon, 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 la coïncidence. Bon, 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 la coïncidence. C'est bon, 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 la coïncidence. Can you remember the happy days we spent in celebrating this great event? The season of peace and goodwill, which should be celebrated still, with rockets, Roman candles, and bomb galore, reviving the custom of the days of yore, bringing peace to the young and old, and happiness as in the days of old. What was the road march? Gigomlo nuke plante gumbo, gigomlo gumbo gumbo leve, gigomlo gumbo gumbo leve, gigomlo. There was 20 verses, and each of them had a different French carol at the end of it.
We think of the minor keys as being sad.
Yes. Well, I better give you a Re major. I asked Castro, open blockade, Castro would not hear. I asked Castro, open blockade, Castro would not hear. I asked Castro, open blockade, Castro would not hear. You see this thing, strangers seeing misery. That was the Venezuelan president who Gomez succeeded. That time he put a ban on everything coming from Trinidad. Bonsoir dame Caledodo. Bonsoir dame Caledodo. Bonsoir dame Caledodo. Bonsoir dame Caledodo. Moi Caledodo la case maman moi del do. Then you had Fa, who has done the axe, Suluman, who had the cutlass. Who has done the axe, Suluman, who had the cutlass. Though he put up an alibi, but the cutlass was identified by 59 evidence, confound his confidence in this colony. It's Fa. That was sung by Mentor. In the afternoon, on the last day, the bands will sing a very sad single tone. That is, they were saying now what they did during the day to the enemy. Well, one of them was by Evening Bell, Pharaoh. Money, my evening bell, position evening bell. Money, my evening bell, qu'il laissait white rose en arrêt. They tell you about the style and during the day that how Waltz was now wandering.
Minor.
That was Sol minor.
Yeah, but you say that Mi minor was not as sad as Sol minor. Why would that be?
That's why the Calypso we made was in Mi minor passed Sol. It comes from a dark, you know, the darkest key. Mi minor. You know, there's a musician, the dark key. And the most popular was the La minor in Calypso before. You see, Calypso before, the bands had soft music. The songs are leading the band and singing the verses on Carnival. You're hearing all the team. From a distance, you know what the band is coming. But now it's only a noise they're making, one thing beating the band and everything.
Here comes the ever popular mighty Spitfire. And those shops. So now I no time to shopping, defend your $2, eh? The mighty Spitfire is coming to tell you all about a fella that was very ugly. My brother, sir, here in this country, coming to town. When he reach in town, porting, the police hold him. Spitfire go tell you for what?
Well, that was a big bacchanal. Ash Wednesday morning after Carnival. Partner was a big bacchanal. Ash Wednesday morning after Carnival. Well, a fella came from the country, walking in town, a first man of the. A police touched him around the waist, thinking that he had a mask on his face. He said, Cabralio, let me go. You want to make me a papi show? Cabralio, let me go. You will see it on me, I'll be so. Well, partner, if you see the monster, you should have take him for a gorilla. The man's face was furious as ever, bumpy and tough and rough like a grater. Can you remember the mighty Joe Young? And the other ape we used to call King Kong. Put him in a jungle, he can escape. Tarzan shot to take the man for a ape. Cabralio, let me go. You want to make me a papi show? Cabralio, let me go. You will see it's ugly and ugly so. The next morning, the monster start to rebel. When they take him from inside the cell, if you see people by the old house, waiting to see this ugly louse, the magistrate had to send for a doctor in the morning to examine the monster. The doctor proved his natural face. The magistrate had to dismiss the case. Cabralio, let me go. You want to make me a papi show? Cabralio, let me go. You may see his ugly, ugly soul.